We are now on page 116, where we're going to explore the piece called Andantino. Andantino is a marking that means a little bit faster than andante, so a little bit than a walking tempo. Just imagine you're kind of jogging. This is the tempo you should have in mind when you practice this. This is a very easy piece, although it looks confusing. The first thing you need to notice is that both hands are playing in treble clef, which means that the left hand is actually playing the middle C and your right hand is playing the treble C over here. So although you're aligned to middle D, you should lean towards the right and both your hands should feel like they're in the center of your body, although they're not really. So again, you create the illusion that you are centering to your body. We're going to start with left hand first, since we've talked so much about triads and inversions. If you go through the piece and just look at the left hand, you see that you have basically two positions. You have C major in root position with fingers 5, 3, and 1. And then from measure 5, you change to a G major 5-finger position in first inversion. Back to C major again. The only measure that's different is this one, measure 13, that instead of playing C, E, G, you actually play E, G, E. So circle this measure now before you start practicing, because the most common mistake is that students play C, E, G in this measure. So we start with measure 13, E, G, E, back to C major root position, G major first inversion, and back to C. So as you see, I'm getting out of my 5-finger position, and instead of playing 5, 3, 1 on C, I'm transitioning my pinky down a step to B, and I'm using exactly the same finger numbers, 5, 3, 1. My thumb always stays on G. The only two fingers that are moving are the 5 and 3. So do that in blocked positions to get a better understanding, a better physical understanding. You have 5, 3, 1, then your thumb stays the same, and you go down 5, 3, 1, and back again 5, 3, 1. It's like what we were doing in chord progressions. C major, 5, 3, 1, G major, and back to C major. So here is my left hand from the beginning of the piece with counting. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And now let's go to the right hand that starts on treble C, and we're going to do that with 3 different ways, as we always do. We name the notes, we count the rhythm, and we sing finger numbers. Let's start with rhythm first. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now with notes. 1, ready, go. C, D, E, C, C, D, E, D, E, F, D, D, E, F, E, G, E, C, E, G, E, C, C, E, G, E, C, with finger numbers. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 5, 3, 1. 3, 5, 3, 1. 1, 3, 5, 3, 1. 3, 5, 4, 2, 1. And now that I have perfected both hands separately, I want to talk a little bit about the dynamics and the expressive markings you have in the piece. Look at the very first measure. You have a mezzo piano dynamic, which means you have to play moderately soft. Then in the second line, you're going one level up. So you're going to a mezzo forte, moderately loud. Third line, you're going a level up again. You're going to a forte, to a loud dynamic. And then fourth line, you go back a step again. You're going back to mezzo forte, but this time you open your sound. You see that sign over here? This is a crescendo, which means you open your sound, you get gradually more loud, and then a gradual decrescendo, which means you gradually, again, you're decreasing the sound to get to a piano in the end. So I'm going to do the last line only, hands together, slowly, so you can hear the, what I'm talking about in the crescendo and the decrescendo. I start with measure 13. Mezzo forte, I'll try my best on the electronic piano. Okay, I hope you got the idea, and I hope you have better instruments to practice on. Now I'm going to start hands together from the beginning of the piece. First slow for you to get to it, and then I'm going to try one more time in the Andantino tempo so you can get a better feeling of the piece. So my studied tempo will be 1, 2, 3. It's quite slow. 1, ready, go. And now I'm going to try the same piece a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, go. Okay, I hope you enjoy practicing this one.